What's up, guys? Sorry I haven't filmed anything in a couple of weeks. Just with my schedule and the way the weather is set up, it's hard to get good lighting. Even right now, the lighting is terrible because it's been raining off and on all day. I have been crying. I had planned on doing a get ready with me and telling you guys why I had been gone for so long and what had been happening to me for the 3 months I was gone. And I just watched, if you guys watch Raw Beauty Christie, I just watched her video of how her cat passed away, and it inspired me to just get this video out. Because the same thing happened to me. If you guys watched my videos before, if you guys ever saw my vlogs or my pets, you would know that I had a cat named Chase. Oh, he was a handsome guy. He had struggled with hyperthyroidism and he was on medication. The month of November, he had started peeing himself. I had to feed him on the counters in my kitchen because my dog would eat his food, because he had a hard time eating, because he had a disease that also Chrissy's cat had, where your gums would disintegrate your teeth. So I gave him pate, and because of his hyperthyroidism, he had to be fed all the time, constantly. He would always yell at me to feed him. The week of Thanksgiving, I had lost my sense of taste and smell. I thought I had COVID, but I got tested and I was negative. And it was hard for me to tell if he was peeing himself because I couldn't smell. But he was, and he wasn't moving that much. I'm sorry, I thought it had been long enough, but it's not. I took him to the vet. I knew he needed another hydration pack. He was really dehydrated all the time, no matter what. Every time I went to the vet, he needed a hydration pack always. And I was gonna talk to them about getting him on steroids, because I remember before he was on steroids and he was doing really good. And they said that the thing that I had been trying for years to control his thyroid was fine. It was fine. It was finally normal. But everything else was failing. And I had no choice. I had no choice but to put him down. The day after Thanksgiving, my cat Chase, he died at the age of 17. And I miss him every day. I miss him every day. There are just little things about him that I miss. He was my routine, in the morning, pill. When I come home from work, pill. He had his own pillow. He would lay right next to me on his own little pillow, and he would always sleep on me. I would wake up, he'd be on my back. And he would always be in the kitchen and always yelling about food, food, food. At the end, his paws started getting so dirty, I had to scrub them with nail brushes and give him more baths than usual. And his paws started turning an orangey yellow color. I'm sorry, I'm getting a headache from how hard I've been crying. So due to that, along with other things that I don't really think that I want to talk about right now, I wasn't on here. I was gone. I mean, it's been, December. It's been 4 months and I'm still not over it. I only got him when he was 12. I remember I had moved into a duplex with 2 other girls. If you guys remember the black backdrop and the first time I dyed my hair, that's when I had moved in, and our landlord, my one of my roommates already had a cat, and she asked if she could bring him, and he said yeah, pets were allowed. So I asked if we could get a cat together, and we went to this shelter, and they were having a like a $20 sale on elderly animals. I always have a soft spot. Even my dog I got, he's pretty old, he's pretty up there. Well, he's like 8. I always had a soft spot for older animals. And the lady there said, oh, he's very nice. He came up to the wall of his cage and rubbed against me. And I said, what about this cat here? She goes, yeah, he's pretty nice, but he's got a thyroid condition and he needs a pill every 12 hours, and he's really friendly. And she went to go pet him, and he hissed at her. He swatted at her. And I went to go pet him, and he just rubbed his hand up against, he just rubbed his face against my hand, and I just knew that we needed him. That was my cat. I just knew. I didn't care about the pills. I didn't care about his sickness. I didn't care about how old he was. He belonged in a home with me. And when our lease was up and we decided we weren't going to be living together anymore, I took him with me because my roommates were scared or would lie about giving him his pill. And I knew that if he went with one of them, that his needs would be put first. And so he came with me to my mom's house with my rabbits, and he would go in the backyard and sunbathe. And yeah, he pooped sometimes, not in the litter box. It was annoying, but he was my cat. He was my grumpy old man. He looked so mean in the face. Every time I posted a photo, people would be like, why does he look so mean? But he wasn't. He wasn't. He was just the nicest guy. And he was always there for me. And he wasn't the most cuddliest. And sometimes I would pet him and he'd be like, okay, that's enough. Like, settle down. But he was there for me when I needed him the most. And when I got my dog Oreo, they got along. And I was really worried. I tried 2 other times to have him have a friend. I adopted a cat from the same shelter as that I got him, and they didn't work out, and now my sister has that cat. And I rescued a cat shortly before I moved here, and they didn't work out, and I rehomed that cat. And the last month of his life, I thought, I'll get a kitten. You know, nobody can hate a kitten. And it just didn't help him out. I thought the kitten would help bring out the life in him, and it didn't. And now I have my cat Chester. You guys have seen him in other videos. And he's here, but it's not Chase. I miss him. And I got him cremated, and hang on, I'll show you guys his little paw. Hang on. Okay. The place was very nice, and I got his little paw right here, and I have his ashes, and I have his little collar with his name. That day, it was so sad, and he was so frail and weak and sick, and I heard he smelled. I couldn't smell him. I don't know if that was like God's way of helping me through it, because I held him close and I didn't have to. My sister said he smelled rancid, but I couldn't smell or taste anything, and it helps me out in that moment. And every day isn't like today, but seeing Raw Beauty Christie's video and seeing her cat, it made me think about my cat, and it made me miss him. And it made me realize how much I needed him, how much he was there for me, how many houses he assisted me in, and how many places we went together, and all of the things that he appreciated, and how beautiful his green eyes were, and how every time I took him in the car, no matter what, he always took a dump, always. I only had 5 years with him. and it wasn't that much time, but I loved him. And I still love him. And Christmas, my mom got me this little ornament with his name, and maybe this is better, I don't know if you guys and I got some other things, and he has a little shelf here, and he'll always be with us. I just thought we had more time. The oldest cat is 35. I thought at least he would live till 20. You know, I thought at least I had 3 more years. But I didn't. And it was a sad day. And I still have sad days sometimes. And I'm not gonna do makeup today like I had planned. And I'm not gonna do a chit-chatty get ready, at least not on this topic. Because I realized that I'm just way too sensitive. But I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you didn't follow me on my Instagram or my Facebook or my Snapchat, because they all already know that Chase is no longer here. And today was a hard day. Also because I'm taking my new cat and my dog to the vet, the same vet that saw him and the same vet that assisted me in ending his suffering. You know, just so many things run through your mind. Like, maybe if I had more money, maybe if I took him to the vet sooner, maybe if I did all of these other things that I couldn't do because I was working, because I was trying to pay other bills. You know, maybe if somebody else had adopted him, would he have had a longer life? But the fact is, he was happy. I know he was happy here. He had several beds and heating pads because the vet told me he was anemic, and blankets, and he had love, and he knew that I had him. He knew that I had his back. But the image of him just collapsing in my arms, that feeling of knowing that I wouldn't be coming home with him, sometimes it just gets to me. Sometimes it just, today is one of those times. So, if you have lost a pet, just know that I'm with you. Just know that I'm here for you. That we are going through this together. And just know that that pet loved you. And please be there with them when they go, because they will look around for you. They will. And they'll be at peace when they see you.